Hey everyone, ready for a deep dive into something pretty wild?
I think so.
All right. Today we're looking into a real-life case
Okay.
that, kind of delves into
Yeah.
premonition.
Interesting.
We've got this snippet from a YouTube video
Right.
featuring Krzysztof Jackowski.
Oh, wow.
He's the Polish clairvoyant.
Yes, yes.
Maybe you've seen his channel. He shares, all sorts of visions.
I've seen a few of those.
And predictions. But
Yeah.
in this one, there's this call he gets from a woman named Alicia.
Uh-huh.
And her story is, it connects back to him
Okay.
in a way that's just, it's really going to make you think.
I'm intrigued.
So let's rewind back to
Okay.
2016.
All right.
Alicia, who was 23 then, she was experiencing undiagnosed schizophrenia.
Oh, wow. That's tough.
It was
Yeah.
hallucinations.
Like
It was
delusion.
all really frightening stuff.
Yeah. It was been terrifying.
It was a severe situation.
Yeah.
She talks about hearing voices,
Yeah.
seeing things that weren't there.
Right.
And she was terrified for her son,
Oh, gosh.
her 1-year-old son.
Yeah.
And she had this feeling
Yeah.
that everyone around her was possessed, like something sinister
Oh, my gosh.
was controlling them.
That's scary. Yeah.
And this delusion, fueled by what she believed was a divine voice,
Okay.
it led her to take her son
Right.
out into the night.
Oh, wow.
Now, get this,
Okay.
at the same time,
Yeah.
Jackowski,
Yeah.
completely unaware of Alicia and her situation, was recovering from heart surgery
Oh, wow.
miles away.
So he's nowhere near them.
No.
Okay.
But out of the blue,
Yeah.
he felt this urge to find a very specific spot
Okay.
on Google Maps, a stand of reeds.
Wow.
He sent the location to Alicia's family,
Wait.
who was searching desperately for her and her son.
Oh, my gosh.
This is where it gets really interesting.
Okay.
They found Alicia and her son
Wow.
safe and sound.
In the reeds.
Yes.
Wow.
In the exact location that
That's
Jackowski pinpointed.
Yes. So Alicia rescued.
So Alicia's rescue in that spot, it really raises these questions about premonition
Right.
and maybe even like, human consciousness. Like, are we all connected somehow?
That's a big question.
It is. And
Yeah.
could Jackowski actually
Yeah.
change things?
Right. It makes you wonder.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a compelling possibility.
For sure.
And Alicia remembers it vividly.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
The rescue,
Okay.
the lights,
Mm-hmm.
the shouting, and then the relief of
Yeah.
seeing her sister.
Oh.
She was holding her son so tightly and agreed he would be taken from her.
Oh, yeah, I can imagine.
Then fast forward to 2025.
Okay.
Alicia's in recovery now.
That's great.
And she understands what happened.
Yeah.
She sends Jackowski a text
Oh, wow.
thanking him for saving them
That's
of their
amazing.
lives.
Yeah.
And Jackowski got this text during a live stream.
Oh, wow.
He read it aloud.
Really?
Yeah, and you can just hear
Yeah.
the emotion in his voice,
Right.
the joy and the relief. It was
That
really powerful. It shows the human side of
Right.
this whole thing.
Sure, for sure. Yeah.
And Alicia, she credits their survival to divine intervention.
Interesting.
She has a strong faith.
Okay.
But believe it or not, this incredible story,
Yeah.
it's just the start of our deep dive.
Okay, I'm ready.
So it
Yeah.
shifts now
Okay.
from this personal premonition
Right.
to Jackowski's geopolitical predictions.
Oh, interesting.
And these predictions, they make up most of this video.
Okay.
And they offer this glimpse into a future full of uncertainty and maybe conflict. And
Yeah.
some of them are pretty unsettling.
I'm like what?
He says that Donald Trump, who, remember, isn't in office right now,
Right.
will broker this deal
Okay.
with Vladimir Putin.
To end the war in Ukraine.
In the war in Ukraine.
Okay.
But he says this peace
Rough.
will come at a price
Right.
and could really change things geopolitically.
Yeah.
He predicts that Putin will take control of Ukraine
Okay.
and then extend his influence over the Baltic states.
So Lithuania, Latvia, and Estonia.
Yeah.
Wow.
But hold on, there's more. Jackowski sees Poland being divided.
What?
Yeah.
Divided?
With parts of it losing my Polish identity.
That's a big prediction.
It is.
Yeah.
And it taps into
Yeah.
some deep fears in Poland.
Right.
Because of their history and everything.
Yeah, it's a bit unsettling.
It is, yeah.
Especially considering Poland's history.
Right. All the turmoil and the territorial disputes.
Exactly.
But Jackowski doesn't stop there.
Oh, no.
No, he goes on to say that he's worried about
I tell you,
potential conflict
between.
between Poland and Ukraine.
Oh, wow.
Right? Yeah, stemming from like territorial claims and this simmering resentment.
Yeah, if you think about like the current situation with
Right.
war and everything,
Yeah,
it's
delicate.
it's a delicate balance,
Yeah.
and this could really destabilize things even more,
Oh, absolutely.
leading to more violence and displacement.
It's a lot to think about.
It is, yeah.
And it gets even more intense.
Oh, gosh.
Because he predicts
Okay.
a global financial crash.
Wow.
The U.S. dollar collapsing as the world's reserve currency.
Really?
Widespread economic hardship.
He paints a pretty bleak picture,
He
but does he
does.
say it's like definite?
Well, that's interesting. He doesn't present them as absolutes.
Okay.
It's more like possibilities, you know?
So like our choices could change things.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not set in stone.
That's how I see it.
So it's not about giving up.
No.
It's about recognizing
Yeah.
that we can still influence things.
We have a role to play.
Exactly.
So this isn't about fate, then.
No, not really.
It's about awareness
Right.
and working towards something better.
To a more positive outcome.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
But how do we even process this?
That's a good question.
As listeners, you know,
Yeah.
these unsettling predictions, especially compared to Alice's rescue.
It really makes you think about premonition.
It does.
Is it a fixed future?
Right.
Or is it more fluid?
Yeah.
Like, can our choices change it?
Alicia's story really challenges
Yeah.
how we think about time and perception.
And what if Jackowski's actions
Right.
actually did prevent a tragedy?
It's wild to think about.
It is.
Because if premonition is real,
Right.
it opens up so many questions.
Like what?
Like, do we have a responsibility to intervene,
Oh, wow.
even if we don't know the outcome?
Yeah, that's heavy.
It is.
And what about these geopolitical predictions?
Yeah.
Should we just ignore them?
Right.
Or do we need to take them seriously?
I think critical thinking is key here.
Okay.
You know, we can't just accept these predictions as facts.
Right.
They're potential scenarios influenced by history,
Right.
current events, and
Yeah.
emerging trends.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
we have to evaluate the source,
Right.
think about biases,
Yeah.
and look at the
And
evidence.
supports or challenges them.
Exactly.
Like Jackowski's prediction of a divided Poland,
Right.
it kind of aligns with their history.
It does.
They've had partitions,
Right.
occupations,
Right.
their relationships with Russia and Ukraine.
Right.
Yeah. They're complex,
Very complex.
full of tension.
Yeah, so the prediction might seem crazy,
Right.
but it's not impossible.
Not when you consider the context.
Yeah, and his predictions about a financial crash
Yeah.
and the decline of the U.S. dollar, it echoes what economists
Right.
have been saying for years.
Like about the national debt,
Mm-hmm.
alternative currencies,
Yeah.
and the instability of the global system.
So even the wildest predictions
Right.
might have some truth to them.
You might reflect
Yeah.
real-world trends and anxieties.
It's like we're trying to find meaning in all
Yeah,
this noise.
that's
That's the hard
yeah.
part.
Yeah.
Navigating this information, all
Yeah.
the prophecies, and
Right.
figuring out what's real.
What's actually important
Yeah.
versus what's driven by fear or speculation.
Or personal agendas.
Yeah.
It's like a giant puzzle.
Yeah.
But we don't have the picture on the box. We have all
Right.
these pieces.
These bits of information.
How do we even put them together?
That's the challenge.
And the opportunity.
Yeah.
It's not enough to just listen. We have to think critically.
Analyze, form our own conclusions.
This deep dive is about using this information to
Yeah.
think, to analyze, and to come to our own conclusions.
We're not telling you what to believe.
No.
We're giving you the tools
Yeah.
to navigate this world.
This uncertain and
Right.
complex world
Where intuition and
Yeah.
foresight.
might be more important than we realize.
And this brings us back to Alicia.
Yeah.
Her
it's
story.
So extraordinary.
It makes us question
It does.
the limits of human perception.
Yeah.
What if we can all sense danger?
Right.
What if we can intuit the future?
Connect with each other on a deeper level.
It makes you wonder,
It really does.
what if those hunches,
Yeah.
gut feelings,
Yeah.
those moments of knowing
Yeah.
without any logical explanation,
Mhm.
what if they're not random,
What if they're glimpses into something more?
beyond our normal senses?
And if that's true,
Right.
what does it mean for us?
What does it mean for consciousness,
Yeah.
for reality itself?
What potential is
Yeah.
hidden within us?
Waiting to be discovered.
These are questions we could talk about forever.
I know.
They are worth pondering, though. It's in the
Yeah.
questioning,
Mm-hmm.
the seeking, the challenging of our assumptions.
That we truly learn.
That we grow.
Yeah.
I feel like we've only just started to explore this.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It's huge. Like Alicia's story,
Mhm.
the Jackowski's predictions,
Right.
they both kind of point to something bigger, you know?
It's interesting how this all connects,
Yeah.
the personal and the geopolitical.
Right. Like on one hand, we have this story of a mother,
Yeah.
her son,
Mhm.
and this vision.
Right.
And then on the other hand, we've got these predictions.
About nations?
about economies,
Yeah.
global power.
It's a lot to take in.
It is.
But they both seem to come from this idea of human consciousness, this ability to perceive, maybe can shape the future.
In ways we don't fully understand.
And this brings us to what I think is the most important part.
Okay.
Agency.
Agency.
Even if premonition is real,
Yeah.
even if we can see glimpses of the future, we still have the power to choose,
Right.
to act.
To change things.
So it's not about just waiting for these predictions to happen.
We're not powerless.
We can use them to think critically,
Get decisions.
to take action.
It's about being proactive.
Exactly.
Like, let's take that prediction about Poland.
Okay.
What if, instead of being afraid,
Right.
we saw it as a call to action?
What could we do to prevent it?
Yeah. What can we do to promote unity?
To address those tensions?
It's about shifting our perspective.
From fear to empowerment.
We can create a different future.
A better future.
We don't have to just accept these negative outcomes.
That's where the power is.
Yeah.
In our ability to work together.
To envision something better.
And Alich's story shows us that even when things are tough, hope and resilience can win.
And Jackowski's predictions.
They might be unsettling.
Yeah.
But they remind us that the future is not set.
That's to us.
We can shape it.
That's our choices.
Our actions. So as we wrap up this deep dive,
we
want to leave you with this thought.
Okay.
What if the real premonition is not about seeing specific events, but about seeing the potential in all of us?
To create the future.
What if the power of foresight is not about knowing what will be,
but choosing what we want to create?
That's what we've been talking about today.
It's about going on the known.
Embracing the possibilities.
And if you're interested in Jackowski, check out his YouTube channel. Are you up there? The future is not something to be afraid of. It's something to engage with.
To question.
To shape together.
And that's it for today.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.